Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. So in the premium video, I went through all of our positions. It's been a really great week so far, and we talked about that, and then also talked about that quiz and everything like that. For tonight in the free video, I'm going to look at the indexes. We're going to look at the put-call ratio. Now you can see here, like, it started to come down. The put-call ratio got high. People are panicking. Typically when that happens, what happens? We rally. So we are in a big, massive wedge on the SPX, and we're neutral. So what that means is that we could go either way. On the NASDAQ, same thing. We got the put-call ratio going higher, which is a little bit more bullish. A lot more people buying puts here for protection. Now let's look at the Qs. Qs, a little neutral to high. You can see a little bit more, definitely further away from that uptrend line, and then the put-call ratio on the spiders coming down. So essentially, in terms of put-call, we're seeing more people hedging and panicking on the NASDAQ, i.e. the Qs, than they are in the spiders, which is kind of interesting. So bottom line is that we've got a mixed message there. We've got a mixed bag, all right? So what about different positions? So Tesla is one that I've looked at. I actually looked at this in terms of selling call credit spreads, and now this thing is just off to the races. I talked about CMG in the premium video, how we're going to play that tomorrow. And then T2, this is one of our positions. This one looks good for tomorrow. We kept it long overnight, and that looks good too. But the question now is, so what next? What are some interesting things that are setting it up right now? And I was kind of starting to look at what I call some boring stocks, okay, like Pepsi. And if we look here at Pepsi, and let me make this a green link, we've got weekly squeezes on this. I wanted to kind of check this out in terms of the put-call ratio. So let me bring up the weekly squeeze and all that kind of stuff. And we'll just kind of move this over here, and there we go. So we got a weekly squeeze setting up here. It looks interesting, but not too exciting. So what I want to do here is I'm going to go through 5 or 6 charts and just kind of show you how I decide, like, because you can't do every trade. So which trade do you do? And if we look at Starbucks here, it's like Starbucks is like, wow, that's kind of made its move. So while the other one was kind of shaky, this one looks a little too late, right? And like Priceline, which is up 2% today, it's like, it looks a little dead cattish, not where I want to, put my money. But then Home Depot, this looks amazing. So you've got a nice weekly trend here. You've got steady volume, and you've got a daily squeeze that hasn't even triggered yet. So I see Home Depot and I see 111. Now, is that a huge move from here? No, but that is super, super tradable. Okay, so these are the kind of trades and the kind of scans that I'm looking for. All right, and last but not least, this is going to be a free video on Thursday night at 8 o'clock East Coast time, which is 7 o'clock Central. All this is for is my favorite stock and options scanner that I use. And this is going to be simplerstocks.com/scan webinar. If you're already using the Simpler Stocks scanner, feel free to attend. That's all this is about. And I'm just going to show you updated ways that I use it. And if you're not sure like what I use to scan, this is a great video because it'll show exactly what I'm looking for. And you can, of course, do these scans on your own. And I'll also show you some easy tools that you can do it for like that, okay? And I'll be talking about how to scan essentially all the stocks, all right? So like on Radar Screen and TradeStation, I have like my 150 favorite stocks, but this is how to scan all stocks for my favorite setups. So you can identify those high probability trades and turbo setups and all that kind of stuff. How to find the best trades that are in alignment on more than one time frame. And this is huge and completely underestimated how important that is. How to use anchors so you can increase your odds of finding the big trade. And the really thing too is, and this is all, and Saturday I did a huge, a class about consistency. This is a huge part of that. If you want consistency, you want to ignore the noise, ignore the news, and focus on setups. And that's what these setups are designed for. All right. First name, email, and then see you on Thursday. Have a good night.